Alright, so what I've got here, I got a Dremel with a little cutoff wheel on it. I got my workbench here, I got a clean napkin, and I got my set of lifters. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is grind from here down that way. You want to try to keep the debris out of the wheel area and stuff like that. There's also an oil feed hole right here that you have to watch out for. However, from here up, the only thing that's here is the lifter cup and an oil passage for that. So what you can do, and this is how I do it, I'll take and I'll wrap this paper towel around the bottom part of the lifter, okay, just like so, and that'll shield the lifter from that. Now, because I'm going to be cutting in that direction, I just got to get the orientation of the lifter right. And I've got a slow speed set on here, so I don't go too fast. And all I'm going to do, real carefully, just going to cut a little notch in the lifter. Doesn't need to be real deep, but just like this right here, kind of hard to see that, but just like that right there, and that'll provide oil to the push rod, and then it'll let oil the top end constantly. Now this one needs to be a little bit deeper. I'm going to turn the Dremel up just a little bit faster, but that's the process. I wanted to show that to you. I'll go ahead and get the rest of these lifters done, get this one finished up, and get the rest of the lifters done, and then I'll be back on to show you some more stuff. Alright, I'm back. I've got all the lifters grooved. Not sure how well you can see that from here, but I made a notch from the oil band up to the oil hole. This is what feeds oil up to the push rods. So now they'll get a constant supply of oil from the oil galley. And then I've cleaned the lifters. And one thing, these are a needle bearing lifter, and those bearings are packed with a grease. You don't want to wash it out. So when I cleaned all the grinding debris off of these, which was very little, all I did is spray a little bit through here and through a little bit through the hole to flush out any debris, and I wiped them clean. So you don't want to wash these in solvent or anything, because then you'll get rid of the oil that's in here, or the grease that's in here on the rollers, and that could cause a potential failure. That notch doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be the most specific thing in the world. It just needs to be able to allow oil to travel from the oil band to that hole all the time, and that little modification does. You can order these lifters with that modification already done. I didn't. It's not a big deal. You can do it yourself. It just takes a few minutes. So what I'll do now is I'll put these in a clean container. I'll put some fresh clean engine oil in there, and I'll go ahead and let these soak. And then while we're doing that, we'll start getting the cam ready to put back in the engine. As soon as I'm ready there, I'll be back online.